got to lose, 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 got.
Hello everybody and welcome to the channel. In today's video we are continuing with the Dalek. In the last video we did a full paint job on the Dalek and it's come out amazing. I'm loving this colour. We've still got a way to go yet with the Dalek itself, but as the first colour, the colour itself is an Arizona gold, but it looks a lot more bronze in person. So that's the why we went for the colour that we did. But today we got some parts in. Here we have a FTX brushed ESC speed controller. Obviously this will be kind of like the powerhouse for all the electronics in the head for the movement. So we also got the servo from Etronic. This is a standard 10 kilogram servo, waterproof, but not like we need it to be waterproof, but it's something I know works. That's going to power the actual eye stalk moving up and down. We've got hopefully a little pinion that I think would work with this, which I'll show you in a sec. I'm hoping it works. It might not. It looks a little bit big, but we'll see how that goes. And I've also got a Etronic Pulse 3-channel controller and receiver. Little simple, very cheap, but I know that works, and I have that inside the Dalek because I then can control it with one hand as well. So that's gonna save a lot of time. So that's all the electronics, or most of the electronics. We've got some wiring as well if we need to, but everything is pretty much here. So what I'm going to do now is fire up the 3D printers, get everything unpacked, and start putting stuff together. So last night, as we saw, the head is now moving under its own power. So we got the bracket finished, we got it bolted on, screwed together, dead easy, and it's now moving completely independent. But as we were doing this last night, as we were testing it, moving it and all that, we noticed a major problem developing, and that was the eye. Let me show you what I'm on about. So, inside, as you saw, there is this frame structure, and it's got obviously the wheel, the brackets and all the electronics on it. But then obviously down here we have the movement for the eye stalk, and we've got these two tabs here, and we've got the servo here. What was happening, I'm not sure if you can quite see, but the eye stalk was wobbling a lot, and I mean it was shaking quite a bit. The actual posts here are flexing a little bit, but the majority of the movement was actually in the eye itself. Here is the pivot point in question. That's the hole that we put two screws either side to hold it all together. Now the reason for the two screws is that we can't have enough room to get round the curvature of the head to get in to line up to go into the hinge. It's been a pain, and I used to do it before with a much smaller bolt, but it's just now not working at all. We kind of need to come up with a plan, and the only solution we can come up with is to get a solid bar or piece of rod like this, cut it to size so it's the smallest length we can possibly get, and somehow sneak it just about in there so it's just about lined up enough to fit into the hole. But the problem is these are threaded and we need to drill these out, but we can't get in there with a drill. We could drill this out no problem to fit the new rod, but we cannot drill that out. But we need to drill this out now and obviously get a proper bolt and bar across. Hopefully that will fix it. If not, then we need to try something else. The actual pickup point for the servo is a little bit too far out, so we kind of need to make a new bracket, print another one so that moves it back over here so it's more in line with each other. See if it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. If it does, happy days. So let's start drilling and redoing the bar. He's looking up at the guinea pigs. Look at that. They are completely unfazed.
By the Dalek.
Yeah.
That's the bit you're gonna have to watch
Yeah.
with the wire.
I have to count how many times I go that way and this way. Well, I think that's pretty good. Well, there we go. So we got the black mesh on the neck section. It looks really good in black, and now it just ties in the entire unit as a whole. That is really cool, and I'm gonna see absolutely sod all through that. That's the life I chose. So I'm gonna leave this episode here. It's not been too crazy in this episode, but it's been progress nonetheless. We got these curing overnight. I was gonna start painting them. We still yet to paint them with the black rim around the edge. Again, it's gonna take a while. We're only halfway through. We've run out of paint, so this is gonna be probably like 13. I don't know for sure. But before we go, we're gonna turn our attention to this list here. So this list is a list I started at the beginning of this project, and I kind of modified it as I went through, but this was the final listing, and I was just going to cross off and show how close we are to our deadline. For parts over here, we've got the mobility chair, we've got the batteries, we actually now have all the lights for the lighting system. The sound we've also got. We do have general switches connectors, so we got all of that. Primer and colour, we obviously have been doing the colour and it's nearly finished anyway, so we do have this. We have now done this in this episode and movement of all the controllers, so we've definitely got all of them down. This is the only thing we don't have yet, but this might be an optional extra, we don't know yet. Overall, we have all the parts we need to get this fully operational. More or less the paints, the orbs we haven't done, but we got the main colour done. We fitted the electric wheelchair. We don't have the final details. We have not them sorted yet. We do not have the voice wired in yet. And we don't have this. So far, we are quite close to getting this running and finished. Obviously the orbs are nearly finished and they're going to be done, and obviously in that episode as well we're also going to finalize the final details, so obviously all the bits and pieces that need to be coloured finally, they need to be done. Then we're also going to fit the electronics and the kind of the electronics as a whole. So this we're going to do at the same time, and then these two here we're going to do once all the orbs are finished. But this shows where we're at the moment. So as you can tell, the next episode, electronics. So as I said, next episode we're going to be doing the voice. We got all the parts here, we just need wiring to do, but next episode is going to be all voice for the Dalek. We're going to get this thing speaking, singing and all sorts, and we're also going to have this thing lit up. We're going to have the eye stalk, we're also going to have the gun feature as well, and the heads of the lights. We're going to get everything wired up, everything fitted, and everything sorted on that front. But this is where we're going to end it here. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, comment down below, give it a like, tell me what you thought. If you want to stick around to see this in the future, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. But until next time, it is going to be goodbye for now. See you later.